Now, it's one of the worst kept secrets in BC politics. Dianne Watts making it official this afternoon. She's giving up her seat as a Conservative MP and has decided to throw her hat in the ring for the Liberal leadership race. As Paul Johnson now reports, the former Surrey mayor is joining a growing list of candidates who want Christy Clark's old job.
This is what going big looks like. In a single afternoon, Dianne Watts announced she's quitting her job as Conservative MP, running for leader of the BC Liberals, and intends to put a new face on the party.
What I see, and what many of you saw in this last election, was a disconnect between the BC Liberals and British Columbians, which was clearly articulated in the polls.
Watts already has the clout to pack a big hotel ballroom with an energetic and diverse support base.
If you can work in Surrey, you can work in any part of the province, and I think that's the key.
We have to reconnect.
Though she didn't introduce any major new policies today, her reputation as a can-do mayor with a perfect electoral record of 7 straight wins is enough to make her a top-tier candidate. In the running with MLA Sam Sullivan and former Cabinet Minister Todd Stone.
I think we need something really fresh, and I believe Dianne brings that.
As an example of her effectiveness, a lot of her supporters say that while they used to endure being the butt of Surrey jokes, after her time as mayor here, she raised the profile and the prestige of the city so much that Surrey jokes just don't fly anymore.
I think she has good name recognition.
SFU political scientist David Mosgrop says her popularity in Surrey could be an asset for the Liberals who suffered there in May's election. But to get the leader's job, she'll need to be competitive province-wide.
I don't know if she's got the organization at this point to do that, but she has a little bit of time.
One new thing she did offer was this. When asked if a Christy Clark-style political top-up to her salary was something she would refuse, Watts had her answer ready.
Absolutely.
Maybe that's a hint of the new style she'd bring to the opposition BC Liberals. Paul Johnson, Global News.
All right, let's bring in our Legislative Bureau Chief Keith Baldry on this. No surprises with Watts joining the race from what you've been hearing as well, Keith. Who else is planning on throwing their name into this? Who is Dianne Watts going to be up against?
Yeah, it's going to be a crowded field, Sonia. The going gets going this week largely with a number of candidates declaring their candidacy. I think at the end of the day, we're going to have 8 candidates, at least at the beginning. So look for these somewhat familiar faces to start making a splash this week. Mike Dianne, the former longtime finance minister and veteran MLA, he's going to be announcing his candidacy this week, along with Andrew Wilkinson, first elected in 2013, a former cabinet minister. He's going to be making his announcement tomorrow. Michael Lee, a rookie, first-time MLA from Vancouver-Langara. He gets things going on Tuesday. And Mike Bernier, the former education minister from the Peace River District, he's going to be making his announcement just after Wilkinson tomorrow on Monday as well. Also, Lucy Sager, we don't have her picture. Sorry, Lucy, but she's a businesswoman from Terrace. She's going to be announcing her leadership bid as well. So at the beginning, Sonia, we're going to have 8 candidates. There was only 4 back in 2011 when the race was on to replace Gordon Campbell. Obviously, a more crowded field this time with no real front runner emerging from the 8.
All right, but certainly from what you've shown us there, some very well-established, recognizable names and faces. Give us an idea of how long this race is expected to last. I mean, at what point do they have to come up with the Liberal leader? And also this point about the fact that they need money also to join this race too.
So, yeah, exactly. Good point. So by December 29th, to go all in on this race, each individual candidate will have had to pony up $50,000. $10,000 at the start, but $50,000 at the end. So the expectation is this field, crowded as it is at the beginning, is going to be culled a bit. I think at least a couple candidates, I wouldn't be surprised, drop out before we get into the nitty-gritty in the new year. The vote will take place the first week of February, but the real race, I think, begins post-Christmas, because that's when we're going to know who's in it for the long haul. 8 at the beginning. I expect that number to be decreased by at least a couple by the new year when the 50 grand becomes due.
All right. Never a dull moment in BC politics right now. Thank you very much for that, Keith. All right.